Monday morning, sun shining out there. Won't get too warm today though, so don't expect it to. Uh, Starting my readings of the Bible through again this year, and of course, first place that you start is in Genesis 1:1, and it says this: "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." And you look over here in John. When John is writing, he writes a little different than what the rest of the apostles did. He starts his off pretty much the same way in when he begins to describe the beginning, but he uses a little different thing. Here it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God." So this establishes something. It establishes who created. Not just God himself, but God the Father and God the Son and the Holy Spirit were all involved in creation. Many times we don't get the full story, and that's why I'm doing some of these now. And kind of like Paul Harvey did the rest of the story, we're going to call it just something more, because something more is involved here. God in his creation didn't make any mistakes. I come across a cute little illustration that was given by Sean B. out of Warsaw, Indiana. He says, "My husband and I always talk to our son about all the wonderful things God has made. We ask him questions like, who made the sun and who made the rain? One evening, I looked at the toys scattered on the floor and asked, who made this mess? After thinking for a few minutes, my son said, God did." Well, and that may be the case in his life, but the truth is, God doesn't make messes. Man makes messes. Because when God continued to create, you watch and read every one of the days that he created. When the day was done, he would say, and it was good, and it was so. And he designated what happened in that day with a positive attitude and a positive statement. God doesn't make messes. Man does. And often we as men call upon God to help us clean up our mess. So today, before you make the mess, call on God. Maybe he can prevent you from making that mess. You never know. God's always working in our lives, and it's time that we started paying attention to it. God bless you. Have a great morning. We'll see you tomorrow morning.